Resinator is safer for the environment than conventional dust suppression products. Resinator is formulated for use in sensitive habitats and meets the strict requirements of the Center for Dirt and Gravel Road Studies. Resinator was evaluated by Environmental Resources Management, a leading global provider of environmental, health, safety, and sustainability-related services. Acute toxicity was studied first. This test is designed to measure the short-term effect of a product on aquatic life forms at relatively high concentrations. The test determines the lethal concentration required to kill 50% of the population of an organism. After testing Resinator on fish, minnows, and crustaceans, ERM found Resinator to be practically non-toxic to aquatic organisms with an LC50 of greater than 100 milligrams per liter on all 3 organisms tested. Chronic toxicity tests are performed to determine the long-term toxicity of a product to aquatic organisms. In addition to lethality, chronic toxicity measures changes in growth, reproduction, and behavior. Resinator was again found to be practically non-toxic to aquatic organisms with NOEC and LOEC results far greater than 10 milligrams per liter on all 3 organisms tested. Resinator is practically non-toxic according to the EPA's suggested toxicity criteria. Resinator was also evaluated by Analytical Environmental Services, an award-winning, nationally accredited environmental testing laboratory. AES tested the composition of Resinator to look for metals, volatiles, and other potential toxins. Resinator was tested for total metals and found to contain no heavy metals such as mercury, lead, or arsenic. Resinator was also tested for TCLIP toxins and passed. The U.S. EPA created the D list, which provides the maximum concentration of contaminants known as Toxicity Characteristic Leaching Procedure, or TCLP for short. Each compound has a regulatory level. If a dust control product contains one or more of these compounds at a level higher than the regulatory level, then that dust control product is considered toxic. Analytical Environmental Services determined that Resinator contains no TCLIP compounds. In fact, further extensive testing by AES shows that Resinator contains no volatile or semi-volatile organic compounds, no herbicides, no pesticides, no carcinogens, no polychlorinated biphenyls, no salt, no phosphates, and no toxic compounds of any sort. Resinator contains no hazardous air pollutants. It has a neutral pH, and it's non-flammable, non-corrosive, and non-leaching. Resinator is not considered hazardous by the OSHA Hazard Communication Standard. Resinator is considered non-hazardous according to the Resource Conservation and Recovery Act. Resinator has no potential to trigger permitting, reporting, or other regulatory notifications under the Comprehensive Environmental Response, Compensation, and Liability Act. Resinator contains no reportable levels of chemical pollutants listed in the EPA's Priority Pollutant List. Resinator contains no toxic chemicals subject to the reporting requirements of Section 302, 304, and 313 of the Emergency Planning and Community Right to Know Act. All components of Resinator are manufactured on purpose to exacting quality standards and listed on the TSCA Chemical Substance Inventory. It is no wonder why Resinator is trusted throughout the world for use in the most sensitive environments. Resinator, the road dust eliminator.